Welcome back to Bloodstained Hands. Last time on Bloodstained Hands, we obtained two new legendary weapons. We obtained the Fiend Daggers for Fang, and we also obtained the Celestial Sword for Sebastian. In addition to that, we engaged in a number of different cutscenes between the party members that we have, and saw what happens when we leave them behind at the Sanctuary. As you can see, when we do leave some party members behind, they actually will stay at the Sanctuary. And you know what? I'm actually realizing there is something that we did not do. So the assassins that are around the Sanctuary, some of them, their dialogue changes at certain points in the story. There's their initial dialogue. Their dialogue changes again once Marissa dies. After Marissa dies, after we become silencers, their dialogue changes, and once we take down Kane, their dialogue changes one last time, and we have not seen that yet, so let's actually chat with these guys. You really did it, huh? Our mission is over. Never thought I'd see the day. Of course, now the real work begins. Don't think that we're out of work simply because Kane is gone. We've got a lot to do still. And this guy here was really pissed at us that we got Marissa killed. I guess I owe you an apology. I know it's not your fault. You didn't kill her, and you've dealt with the ones responsible. You've done well, and I respect you as a member of this guild. Thank you for making her final moments worthwhile, and for giving her a proper burial. Also, I'm pretty sure we've cleared all the side missions, but let's check this guy to make sure. Or of any work that needs doing around the Empire? You know, I honestly have nothing. You've done a lot of work, eh? Yeah, so he's no longer keeping an ear out because everything's been done. Okay, what's left? Okay, so on this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to finish Divine Preparation. We're going to get the Celestial Spear. We're going to find the Fiend Katana. And this time we're actually going to give Mia and Sebastian a bit of time in the spotlight here. We haven't been training them as much because they are much higher level than us, but we're pretty much caught up now, so I think we can give them a little bit of a chance to shine. Mia has the skill Fiend because of the Fiend Staff, which is sort of like the counterpart to Celestial. So, you know how Gray became that kind of angelic figure. Mia has a slightly different flavor to her ability. Sebastian gets Assault with the Celestial Sword, but he also has his character-based overdrive with Detonate. And I would like to eventually grind up these overdrives to get them their upgraded ones. We'll just use each of them once here, but Sebastian has Detonate, and when that upgrades, that'll become Bombardment. Mia, though, I want to show you what Fiend does. So if I use Fiend, there we go. So Mia takes on that sort of demonic form. And it's the same sort of ability as Gray's, where it buffs her spirit in exchange for reducing her defense, and it does drain her health each turn. But Gray's ability was an auto-life ability, where if he dies in that state, the state will revert, but he will be revived at full health. Mia is slightly different. If she dies while in the state, it does not do an auto-life state, but what it does do is the state persists. So even if she dies, if she's revived, she will revive still in this Fiend state. However, we're actually going to banish because she does have another ability, and I just kind of want to showcase this here. Her character-based overdrive is in fact Chaos. Temporarily give an ally guaranteed critical hits. This synergizes with overdrives that have critical hits. So for example, if I give this to Matthew, Blood Drive actually has a critical hit chance. So if I use this and take on this training dummy with Blood Drive, I'm realizing that didn't actually work very well because the training dummy doesn't have any health and Blood Drive only does damage based on the amount of health the target has. But our normal attacks are all going to be guaranteed critical hits. it's a good ability, but it is temporary. It only works for a certain number of turns. I believe it's 10 turns, and then the overdrive wears off. Yeah, and now we're back to just our normal hits. So that is Mia and Sebastian. We're going to give them a little bit more chance to shine here. Now, before we do, we need some medicines. So before we gather the remaining weapons, we are actually going to take some missions from this alchemist here. And while we're at it, we're also going to just sell all this bronze gear that we don't need anymore. We're going to keep the black cloak, the black gloves, the black... Actually, we won't worry about the gloves. But we are going to keep the black cloaks, the white robe, and the diamond weapons. They will actually be useful for something coming up here. Also, I'm going to give Mia the elixir ring. And I think we're good. Okay. So we are going to take some missions from this guy. Mission in Rabena, okay. Blood flower leaves. So this is one where we need to dig up the ingredient. And the reason we're going to take some missions from this guy is because we need a bit more gold if we're going to buy enough medicines and stimulants and stuff to keep us going, because we don't have Gray in the party, so we don't have our primary healer. But not only does this guy reward us with gold, he also does top up and stock up our medicines and remedies. So we will do some missions for him. We will buy some potions with the gold that we earn, but we'll, in the process, also just earn some. And now that we have the airship, completing these missions is going to be a lot easier. We can just fly to wherever we need to go. So that's Topale. There's Urbana. And we're already here. And we need to find these digging spots. There's one there. Oh, perfect. Found it already. And so with that, we'll just head back. That should give us a good little chunk of gold. How much do we have right now? 4,000. Let's try to get... How much gold do we need here? I'm just trying to think. You know what? Actually, it would probably be faster to figure out how many medicines we need. I think we want to go with about 20 to 30 superior medicines. Maybe about 5 ultimates. We do have quite a few remedies, so I'm not too worried about that. And we even have quite a few elixirs. So yeah, let's go with 30 superior medicines and 5, maybe even 10 ultimate medicines. Now, we should also just check to see what we are receiving as rewards at this point. I don't know if we're at the superior medicine state or even ultimates at this point from this guy. Whatever the reward is, I'm sure it's worth it. What do we got? 2,100 gold, so we're getting lots of gold from him. And superiors, okay. If they were... Oh, I actually didn't mean to take that. No, I don't want to take another mission. I'm actually looking at it and thinking, okay, maybe we actually have enough gold. We might just be able to stock up on everything without needing to take on too many missions. I want to sell some stuff to him, though. We're going to sell this toxin, this superior toxin, and you know, we're just going to sell this ultimate toxin as well. We haven't been using it. It's not a useless item, but it's not so useful that we really need to worry about it. We're going to sell these advanced ones as well, and we're just going to focus on superiors and ultimates. Okay, you know what? Let's go to Emerdala and see what we can craft. We're going to... It's the cheapest way to stock up on medicines is to actually buy the herbs you need to craft them, as opposed to just buying them outright. If you've got tons of gold and you're not really worried about the cost, then yeah, by all means, just, you know, go to a shop and buy what you need. But we are under 10,000 gold. There are other things we can spend our gold on, so we're going to want to conserve as much of it as we can. So we're going to run a little bit of quick math here to see what we do need. For starters, how many herbs do we have? Only 1 red and 1 purple. So if we want 30 superior medicines, we have 2 right now, so we need 28 more. It's 2 red herbs and 2 green herbs to 1 superior medicine. So we're going to need 28 times 2, so 56 of each. We'll do this one item at a time. So we need 55, because we already have one there. And 56. And that already burned through actually a lot of our gold, so we may actually need to take on a few more missions after all. But we got our 28 superior medicines, so we're now stocked up with 30 of those. Not worried about superior remedies or ultimate remedies. Let's maybe go with 5 ultimates. So we need 3 red herbs and 2 green herbs for each of those. So 5 times 3 is 15. And... no, hold on. There we go. 10 green. And that pretty much used up all our gold right there. But we'll go 5 of those, 5 of these, 5 of these, 5 of those. There we go. And now we do still have 10 Panaceas. That's good. We'll keep those just in case we get afflicted with statuses. We could use some more stimulants, though. Let's see if we have enough to... yeah, we can get 4 more. Perfect. Which will allow us to top up our stimulants to the point where we now have 20. And just like that, we've got 30 superior medicines, 5 ultimate medicines, plenty of remedies, plenty of elixirs, 10 Panaceas, 20 stimulants. That, I think, will get us through the next set of dungeons. So, with that, let's actually just make our way directly to the next dungeon. And we basically used all the gold we had. We're only left with 70. So, it was a good thing we bought the herbs to make that happen and took that one mission. Now, where do we want to go? There are 2 dungeons left. I think let's start with... let's get Matthew his ultimate weapon. The last one is the katana. We don't have Shadow in our party right now. We're gonna use this party for the next 2 dungeons. So let's make sure that Matthew is geared up. So for that, we need to go to Sana's Oasis here in the Goldair Desert. Now, let's just make sure we're good to go. Yeah. Okay, we're going to save. And here we go. Walk with faith. Fear not the fall, but the beasts of the skies. Chart your path, and you may claim your prize. And the idea is that there are vanishing light paths that will light the way. And we need to make our way to the portal. But there's also fog and a parallax that kind of makes this a little bit tougher to see. Fortunately, the first one's fairly easy. It's a spiral. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. But there are encounters, and we have an indigo dragon here. Concentrate. Now, what do we want to use? Let's focus on only 1 or 2 abilities. We could use dark magic. But you know what? We've been using just straight damaging magic pretty much the entire time we've been playing with Gray. So I think we will use dark, but let's maybe use some status affecting magic. Let's go with insanity. Let's train that up. And we'll use battle cry, and Sebastian has both charge and fortify. Raises defense and resists elemental magic. Raises attack and agility. We can only have 1 active at a time. I think we're going to go with charge. Nice. Insanity worked. So, with that, this dragon will attack himself. And now we can use dark to... yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to use insanity to start, inflict them with a status, and then we'll use dark magic once they're afflicted. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Left. Left, left. Down, down. Down, right, down, down. Left, left, left. Up, up. And I think we can just go all the way to left, all the way up. There we go. Okay, and we got this chest here. A life ring. You know what? That is going to be fantastic for Sebastian, because he does not have any way of topping up his own health. The life ring restores a small amount of HP every turn. That's perfect. Matthew can use Blood Drive to heal himself when his overdrives are full. Let's just give him the Celestial Gauntlets. Yeah, that'll work. Ooh, okay. Green Dragon. Alright. Let's use Venom. Attack, attack. Let's use Insanity. Nice, worked. Excellent, and this guy's done. Yeah, Insanity's going to really be helpful, because not only does it protect us from them, but it also weakens the monster we're fighting by having them attack themselves. That's going to be a very useful spell. There we go. Okay, we made it. Okay, oh, this one's a mess. Okay, left, up, up, left, up, up. Okay, I can't save. Well, it's one of these three. I genuinely don't remember which one. Okay, let's try this one. Nope. Okay, let's do this again. Right, down, down, left, 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 up, 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 right, 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 right. Yeah, down, 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 down. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Green Dragon caught off guard. That's not great. Okay, this is a good opportunity to use... I'm going to save the overdrive for a quick second here. This is a great opportunity to use Vampire. There, restore about 450 health. That's good. Mia's back in good shape. She has the Elixir Ring equipped, which is helping right now. Oof, okay. Okay, what do I want to do here? Sebastian attack. Oh, nice. Good crit. 1, 2... Oh, I didn't see how many were left. There we go. Okay. She has the Elixir Ring equipped right now, which is helping her to stay in top shape, but once she gets her Fiend ability... it's going to start draining her health, and the Elixir Ring is just going to offset that. Okay. If you take a wrong step, you will fall back to the start, so patience is key here. Ah, okay, you know what? No, momentum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoot, I missed one. No, we'll use Insanity. I kind of want to save his overdrive. Cauterize, attack. Okay. Oh, Insanity failed. He resisted it. Okay. Okay, let's just use Dark then. Did I get, I did. New Cauterize. Nice. Okay, Dark should finish him. Done. Awesome. Thanks, level 29. Awesome. Okay, where am I? Okay, all the way to the right. Yes? Yes. Good. Okay, left. Up, up, up. Left, up, up. Right. Right, down, right. Down, right, right. Okay. Left or right? Let's go right. Right, right, up. Up, left, up. Oh, I think that was it. Here we go. Okay, we made it. Yeah, this can be the shortest dungeon, or it can be the longest. It depends on how many times you fall. Okay, well, we're actually in pretty decent health. I don't think there's really much to worry about here, so we're just going to save. And let's take on this boss. White Dragon. Okay. So, we're going to use Shroud, see if we can divert some of his physical attacks. Aha! And now we can use Assault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 incredibly powerful attacks. Okay, you know what? Nice, Shroud 3. I am still going to save Matthew's Overdrive, and I'll tell you why in a second here. I don't actually want to use Fiend with Mia, because if I do, it's going to cripple her defense, and this is a purely physical attacker. I want to keep Matthew alive. Nice, block, block. Okay, so now Mia has her overdrive. So here's what we're going to do. Chaos. And we're going to give that to Matthew. Uh-oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay, what's he going to do? Okay. Matthew is not disoriented. That's good. Disorienting would basically prevent him from attacking. But he's got Chaos applied. Blood Drive hits twice for double damage and has a crit chance. But because of Chaos, it should be guaranteed crit. Let's give this a try. Boom. Boom. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, now I don't want to attack with Sebastian because there's a chance he may attack an ally. I am going to... Oh, no, I can't do that with Fang either. Let's take a chance. Oh, no, okay, that was dumb. That was really dumb. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Panacea on Fang. Matthew, you still have Chaos, so just attack. Nice, good, get that crit. Fang, use a medicine on yourself. Is disorient. Perfect. Disoriented wore off. We'll attack. Good. Oh, no! Okay, stimulant. Let's get Matthew back up. I'm gonna have Mia use Vampire to heal herself up a bit. And Sebastian, I'm just going to let the life ring do its work. That's good. Okay, we'll use... Let's use Backstab this time. Nice. Okay, Matthew's just barely alive here. This is why we got those ultimates. Good. Okay. Battle Cry. Let's use Dark. And Concentrate. Okay, he's about to charge up an attack here, so let's just use our overdrive while we have it. It might be enough, honestly. We've been hitting him pretty hard. It is. Awesome. There we go. Done. Yeah, once you get those ultimate weapons, these bosses become much less of a challenge, but the first one is always pretty tough. Matthew's level 29. And we got the Celestial Spear. And a full set of Celestial Armor for Matthew. Excellent. We'll give him that full gear. Alright, and everybody has ultimate weapons on our party now. That's fantastic. We actually didn't even use that many medicines or remedies. So we're just going to go straight for the next dungeon. That was pretty easy, honestly. I wasn't sure if that would be a big challenge or not, but no, it worked out. Okay, so now, with the last one, we need the ship again. Ah, you know what else we could do? Now we've got some multiple weapons, we could try taking on some of these super bosses. So far this episode is turning out to be, it's going to be pretty short, so why don't we do that today as well? Okay, where is the grotto? Should be somewhere in the open ocean here between the 5 islands and Daimo. There it is. Okay. Here we are, Morbus Grotto, and this looks a little too easy. There's a katana right there and some chests. Well, let's just see. Few who enter Morbus Grotto return with their sanity. Saley Forest. An unseen forest prevents you from going this way. Okay, well, this is interesting. Let's see where this takes us. Earth Elemental. Okay. You know what? This is a situation where I think raising defense and resisting elemental magic might be better. So we're going to use Fortify for Sebastian. Ooh, that was a little nasty. Okay. You know what? If we have an Earth badge, we might want to actually equip that. Let's try Insanity with these things as well. I'm just trying to think what else we might... Because, yeah, that Earth, we can't even cure that. We need a Panacea for that, and we only have 10. Cauterize is actually starting to become really effective. Nice. Okay, so Insanity still works. You know what? We only have 1. But I'm going to give it to Matthew. Sebastian resists elemental magic, but he doesn't nullify anything. I'm going to give him the air badge, because I believe we're going to be facing earth, water, and air elementals. And you know what, Mia, take the water badge. Because if she gets silenced, she's done. Fang, take the elixir ring. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I kind of wish I had another earth badge for Sebastian, but air badge is fine too. No herbs on these bushes. Okay. We'll just make our way through. Earth Elemental, okay. Use Venom. Attack. Attack. Insanity. Blind, but that's okay, because Fang can Cauterize, which will heal the blind. It's just a matter of... Oh, good, okay. Yeah, I gotta make sure that Sebastian does not get hit with earth magic. That's the biggest thing. Hopefully... Yeah, hopefully we can preserve our Panaceas specifically for that. I didn't really think that through coming here. Let's use Momentum. See if we can one-shot this thing. Yeah, not quite, but a good chunk of damage. Can we finish it? Ah, not quite. Okay, Mia is blinded, but you know what? That's okay. Blind isn't going to affect Mia very much, because it doesn't affect spell accuracy. As far as I'm aware, blind only affects... You know what? Let's actually look it up. What does blind do? Hit is reduced to 25%. Removes elemental status ailments. That's all it does, yeah. So basically her hit rate is just tanked. It doesn't actually show it here, but that's okay, because spells aren't affected by that. So we can just leave her blinded. That's not really a problem. I'm going to give Matthew a medicine, though. And why not? Let's switch things up again. Let's go with the magenta. Yeah, okay. Just for fun. Gareth was training prisoners to become soldiers. He figured the best soldiers were ones that had everything to gain and nothing left to lose. Glacio's throat. Water elemental, okay. Go with venom. Attack, attack. Kinda hope she targets... No, okay. Targeted Matthew, but that's okay. If Matthew gets silenced, that's not really a huge problem. Nice, insanity pulled off. Awesome. Okay, we're good. Water elemental. You know what? Matthew, blood drive. That'll heal you, and maybe, if you're lucky, 1, 2. Okay. Didn't finish it, but that's okay. Let's try a power attack to see if we can... No, not enough. Okay. Sebastian being silenced isn't a huge problem. I should have maybe just used Dark instead of Insanity. That's okay. Yeah, Sebastian being silenced is about as much a problem as Mia being blind. Rain, those soldiers have lives too. Most of them are only doing their duty because they took an oath. If they didn't follow orders, they'd be guilty of treason too. Veins of Ignis. Party's been ignited. That's actually helpful. That cures both the blind and the silence. I don't want to deal with. I'm going to skip that one because I'm about to get ignited again here. There we go. Okay, alright. Save the overdrive. Blind, that's fine. If it's Fang, he can cauterize. That's not a problem. There we go. Good, okay. Let's top up Sebastian. And... No, Matthew will leave. He's got an overdrive. Mia can use Vampire. Fang can use Cauterize. Yeah, we're good. Air Elemental. Okay, let's use Venom. Good, got the Poison. Oh, Matthew doesn't have a overdrive. Sebastian has an overdrive. Okay, let's use Pierce. Ah, missed. Okay, just attack. Vampire. Mia, heal yourself. Attack again. Okay, that air elemental is about to do something. Hopefully he targets Sebastian. Nope. Okay. We're doing alright. There's no room for innocence, kid. You want to pretend this stuff doesn't exist, you won't last a day in the real world. Mines of Terra. Air elemental again. Okay, you know what? Got away with just an attack there. We'll use Vampire. Attack. Attack. Oof. Hopefully it targets Sebastian. Yep. Perfect. You know what? That's not a problem at all. Poisoned. Let's see... Let's try a power attack, see if we can... Dang, okay. I'm gonna have to just bide me as time. There we go. Oh, everybody's abilities just wore off. Okay, so we're gonna fix that. I'm just gonna skip that guy. Here's one. Water Elemental. Okay, we'll use Concentrate. Fortify. Battle Cry. Insanity. I still kind of want to save the overdrives. I'm not sure how much is left of this dungeon. I can't remember how many sections are part of it. Try Vampire. Good, got some health back. Matthew and Sebastian are... Oof, okay, both taking quite a bit of damage. Matthew can heal himself. Okay, and everybody's got their overdrives. That's perfect. Matthew can heal himself, but I'm just going to give him a boost anyway. And Sebastian will give us medicine too. There we go. Your reward for the exceptional service you have graced us with. All this would not have been accomplished without your hands set to purpose. Mount Foreman, okay. Ah. Oh, do I use the overdrives or do I just... Okay, I'm gonna keep Fangs. I am gonna use Matthew's Blood Drive. Let's do this. 1, 2, good. I will keep Sebastian's. No point in using 2 overdrives on 1 target. Okay, it used Earth, but it didn't blind him. That's good. Mia used Dark. Alright. Yeah, Mia is actually not doing much damage with Dark Magic right now. So... Which makes sense, it's only level 1. Ah, shoot. I'm gonna save Fang and Mia's overdrives, but let's use Sebastian. Done. Awesome. Fang's level 30, and so is Matthew. Awesome. Okay, so our party's pretty much caught up now. Now, actually, Gray and Shadow are going to be trailing behind a bit. Okay. No, we're going to save those 2. Yeah, it might actually be more worthwhile to just use Insanity and maybe even Vampire, because Vampire does get stronger with usage as well. I want to check something here. Silenced reduces spirit, which does mean that Sebastian actually will take more damage from spells. And I don't think I have a light badge. No, I don't. I would rather have stayed in that prison and see you become this. Sienna Woods. There's a familiar face. Okay, well, we're at the boss here, and even though silence isn't a big threat, it does reduce his spirit, and I want to make sure that he's in good health. I don't think we're going to need Panaceas at this point anyway, but I want to make sure everybody's in good condition. Mia, you can use Leech to restore your MP. So just... Yeah, take the Elixir Ring. Matthew, take the Gauntlets. Sebastian, take the Life Ring again. And I think we're good. We're about as prepared as we're going to be. We can't save, because if we could save here, there's no way out. So you could basically soft lock yourself. But the autosave should have worked. So let's just give this our best shot. You always make it seem so easy. All that just comes naturally to you. Marissa? Light Elemental. Okay. And this is why we saved our overdrives. Okay, let's see what we can get away with here. Oh, okay, that hurt. I don't think Fortify actually resists light magic, so I think I want Sebastian to use Charge. But I am going to have... No, this time I need to use Fiend. I was going to use Chaos on Fang and then have him use Backstab, but I think this time I need to use Fiend, because I think that does provide light resistance and is going to make her way more powerful against this thing. So let's just use Momentum. Oh, okay. Missed one, but still got a heck of a lot of damage there. Okay. Sebastian used Charge. That may be dumb. He may end up dying right away here. Dark is doing some good damage, though. Oh, only one? Darn. Okay. Well, Sebastian's restoring his health pretty quick here. We're going to use Vampire. Nice. That restores a good chunk of health. We'll use Assault. Just attack with those two. Nice. Dark magic. Just hit it as hard as you can. And this is only level 1 dark spell. That's... Whew, okay. Oh, dang. Okay, okay. Nice, dark 2. Dang it. I was really hoping he would target somebody else. Dark 2. 2400 this time. Let's use... Superior should be enough, I hope. You know what, I should probably use Blood Rage. Maybe. Maybe? No, just pummel away. Hit him as hard as we can. Okay. Sebastian has an overdrive, cannot risk him dying right now. Okay, that's alright. Assault. Nice. Battle 1. Yeah, as soon as you get those overpowered overdrives, it just makes this so much easier. Okay. Ugh. What just happened? Must have been a dream, or a hallucination of some kind. God, what a nightmare. Well, looks like we can claim the katana now. And we're all back and in good health, and... Okay. And we found the Fiend Katana. And a full set of Fiend equipment for Shadow. So, let's leave here, and let's actually just grab Shadow right away here, so that we can give him that stuff. Nice. And Shadow's got his ultimate gear. There we go. Okay, so... there. Yep. We got everyone back. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's... Okay, well, we finished Divine Preparation, and now we can basically go for the end game if we want to. But I would like to save that for its own episode. So in the meantime, let's take on some optional super bosses. There's quite a few. We may just take them all on, you know? We'll see how this goes. As things stand right now... how do we want to do this? Yeah, you know what? Let's stick with this party. Why not? So this one here, I don't think there's actually much that we need to worry about. Let's just go for it. We'll take on the put on the elixir ring and save, and I think we're good. Bahamut. Okay. I always I've heard that there's different ways of pronouncing that. But from what I understand, Bahamut is not correct. That's not actually the right way of pronouncing that name. I just realized that that Mia is in her fiend state and does not have the elixir ring, which means she needs to keep her health topped up with vampire if she can, or she will quickly die. But I needed to make sure that she could resist being silenced. And she's got her overdrive now, so here's what we'll do. We'll use the overdrive, and then we will cancel the state. Okay, and I would use Chaos, but this time we're going to use Abyssus. She's in her fiend state, let's just use it. Wave of Dark Magic that corrupts all enemies. Awesome, okay, that's powerful. I am a little bit worried about what the next attack might be, so I'm going to use, yeah, Medicine on Sebastian, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be an alt. Yeah, and that's why we gave Mia that water badge. Okay, I have an overdrive for Fang, and you know what? So does Mia now. I am going to heal her, though, because she's a little low on health. Okay, here. Okay, okay, this is good. We're going to use Assault. We'll attack with Matthew. Oh! Okay, that wasn't nearly as difficult as I thought it would be, honestly. A heart tonic and a flesh tonic. So for defeating those mini-bosses, you do get some permanent stat upgrades. Total HP, you know what? We'll just give that to Fang. And total defense, you know who could use that? Is also actually probably Fang. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just do that. Okay. Well, there we go. And I don't think we'll ever need the ship again. Okay, so that was a lot easier than I thought. There's a few more mini-bosses that we can take on. Let's do one of the easier ones. It's a little bit tougher than the one we just fought, but still, I would say easier than the rest. And that would be the boss of the Veins of Ignis. We're gonna heal up. I don't have enough money to sleep here. Oh, jeez. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Huh. I think it's time to sell these badges. Or at least the ones that, we don't need these ice badges. Do we? Let me think about this. No, we don't need these ice badges. Pretty sure we don't need these fire badges either. Fire is... it's a status that clears on its own. Yeah, we'll sell all of those. We don't need this lightning badge. Air badge can be useful. Insanity, sleep, and horrify. I'll think about keeping those. Yeah, I don't think we need any more. No, that should be fine. Really quick, I want to check the magic shop here because I don't know if they sell earth badges, and if they don't, we need to make a pit stop. They do not. Okay. In that case, before we go anywhere, before we take on this mini-boss, because I don't want to face, I don't want to face the boss that we're about to face without an earth badge on both Matthew and Shadow. But I know you can buy every type of badge and clothing here, including light badges. That probably would have been useful earlier, but that's okay. We'll spend some gold, get that earth badge. You don't need the elixiring anymore, but you could definitely use it. And we'll go with the earth badge for you and for you. That should be good, I think. Yeah. Okay. Now let's sleep. We'll go through the Veins of Ignis. We'll just rest up here. Let me think for a second here. What's left? There's the boss in the Veins of Ignis. There's a boss in the Mines of Terra. There's a number of bosses, actually, in Mount Fulman. But that is, I would say, probably the toughest one. Although there is a strategy we can use for that one. And then there's a boss in the Balua prison. Okay, well, let's start with the Veins of Ignis. I'm pretty sure... yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the easiest one. of the remaining bosses anyway. Unless you count, I mean, okay, realistically, maybe the bosses in Mount Fulman are technically easier until you get to the very last one. So Mount Fulman has mini bosses as well. We are going to use Fiend this time. Mount Fulman also has mini bosses, but Mount Fulman also has sorry, losing my train of thought here. I'm actually going to focus on charging up Mia's overdrives because Fang has his, and I would love to start the boss fight off with a bit of a bang. These guys don't really need... I don't need to worry about them. Yeah, just attack, attack. Okay, focusing my thoughts here a bit. Yes, Mount Fulman does have a optional super boss, but it actually doesn't. It technically has 5. But what it consists of is 4 relatively easy super bosses that are about as easy, maybe even a little easier, or maybe slightly more difficult than the one we just fought. But the last one, the 5th one, is probably the strongest out of all the super bosses in the game, with the exception of one that we can't even fight on this playthrough. You have to have cleared playthrough 2 to get to that one. Level 32, nice. So what I'm thinking is, we're gonna clear all the super bosses on this episode, except for maybe that one. Although, we'll see how long this takes. We may have time. What we are gonna do is we're gonna switch the party members out for the next one. So we'll face the super boss here, and then we'll switch out our party members for the next one, and let them take on the next 2. There we go. Okay, Mia's got her overdrive. Heal yourself. Nice. Good enough. Okay, here we go. We've made it. Okay. Optional super boss number 2. Let's do this. The Lindworm. Okay. We have 4 overdrives. So we're going to start with Assault. Nice. Assault. Excellent. Chaos on Fang. And what do we want to use? Backstab or Momentum? Oh. We're going to use Momentum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. And Fang still has all his guaranteed crits for a little bit here. Will we be able to get another turn of that? Let's find out. Oh! Okay, that hurt. Okay, yeah, this guy's hurting us. Dang it. Okay, stimulant. Get Sebastian back up. I want him to get some XP for this. I honestly forgot just how hard this guy actually hits. He's not exactly... Like, yeah, oh, really? Did I just do that? Oh. Yeah, this one I think specializes in just speed and attack. Oh, lovely. Okay. That's just great. Shoot, what can I do? dark, I guess. Attack. Cauterize. Just gotta cure that blind and restore some health. Let's use Fortify, because you're taking a beating and you're in bad shape right now. Dark. Nice, good block. That might have killed me. Okay, phew. I was prepared to use an overdrive, but the dark finished him. Awesome. That would have been a lot harder if we hadn't just started with a bunch of overdrives, but that is the... Yeah, Muscle Tonic, Reflex Tonic. Focuses on attack and speed. We're going to give the Muscle Tonic to Fang, but we're going to give the Reflex Tonic to Mia. Okay, there we go. And that is optional boss number 2. Gotta try something new. Necro. She's not even gonna get a chance to use it. Yeah, okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, we will get out of here. No point in using the overdrives right now. I don't actually think dark... Nope, doesn't do anything to these guys because they're part dark. Okay. So we finished the optional super boss in the 5 islands and Gul'dare. Next is... Let's do Sylvain next. That one is quite a bit more of a challenge, but I think we can pull it off. However, for that one, I think we're going to switch up the party. Oh no. Okay, good. So first things first, let's get back to our airship. And yeah, we're gonna do a full switch, I think. Before we do, one thing I want to do real quick. Mia, banish the fiend. There we go. That's okay, we're switching route right away anyway. Okay, let's switch up our gear, make sure everybody's kind of just got their default stuff. And, okay, let's switch the party. So, I think we definitely want to take Gray. Let's give Shadow some XP, and a chance to use his new weapon. Actually, in that case, we'll put Shadow first, so we got the 2 assassins, then we'll go with a mage. And Mia's not going to be very useful against this boss. Matthew needs more XP than Sebastian, so we'll take Matthew. And now that we have Gray, we can just do this. Done. Okay, let's make our way to the next super boss, and this one is in the Sylvain region, and it is accessed through Astrid's Palace. So, when you go through Astrid's Palace, head down into the storage room, and then through here, through the hole in the wall that we blasted earlier. From the Mines of Terra, we can make our way. Get some overdrive back. Fang, concentrate. Shadow, concentrate. Matthew, battle cry, and shadow attack. Nice. So if we make our way back through the Mines of Terra, back to the tunnel that we collapsed when we were here earlier. we have this hole in the ground. What do we want to equip everybody with? I think for Gray, the Elixir Ring. Matthew, I'm actually going to give the Horrify badge to. Ooh, or maybe the Insanity badge. No, Horrify. Shadow can have the Insanity badge. Fang is going to take the Necro badge. Okay, and let's see how we do. Here we go. Okay, oh, what do we want to start with? Momentum. Nice. Okay, Assault. This thing could actually be a challenge for us. We're gonna try to just hit it with everything we've got. Okay, I'm surprised it's not really using, there we go, any spells. Spoke too soon. Oh! Okay, that was more than I thought. Jeepers. I just realized this thing has level 10 spells. That's... I didn't think it had spells that strong. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. This is bad. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. I completely forgot this thing had level 10 spells. Backstab. Nice. Horrify, okay. I gave Matthew the Horrify badge, so that's something. Cauterize. Light's gonna be useless because I'm horrified. Will heal do anything? It might actually be completely nerfed. It did a bit. Okay. I'm actually a bit nervous now. I may lose this fight. Oh no. Panacea on Shadow, who will then Panacea Gray. And by the time we use another one, Matthew will be awake. Stop it. Okay, that's alright. Matthew's up. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, momentum. Nice. Just attack. Nothing we can do about that. We wouldn't have been able to survive that even if we had healed him first. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, no, 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 no! Okay, it's a good thing we have an Insanity badge on Shadow, because he can actually do something about this. I can't attack with anyone, because I'm just going to attack my own allies. Okay, please, please, please. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Just attack. Okay. Gray has an overdrive. Gray has an overdrive. This is good. I don't think there's a point in healing Matthew, because if he takes a Dark 10 hit, he's done. He cannot resist that. I just have to stay calm, do this one thing at a time. I guess he would have been able to resist that. Okay. You know what? Blood Rage. Why am I not using Blood Rage on him? That's what I should be doing. And also, Celestial. There. Now Gray has the auto life. Okay, what's it gonna do? Thank you, that's great. Okay. Light magic. Yeah, that... You know what? That does damage, but there's, I think, better things that Gray could be doing. Oh, gosh, I don't even know. I don't think there's a point in using the revival, or the, like, the buff skills like Concentrate. No, honestly, just light magic. I'll use an ultimate medicine on Matthew. Blood Rage again. Oh, jeepers. Oh, please stop that. Horrified. Lovely. Okay, Cauterize. I only have 4 Panaceas left. I can't. Just gotta do what I can here. Oh, jeepers. Okay, well, Shadow's got a overdrive. I don't want to waste it. So we're just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna use it right now. Backstab. Nice. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm stuck. Okay. So at least... Okay, so Fang, Gray, and Matthew are back. Gray needs to heal, but so does Matthew. I'm going to use a medicine on Matthew. Gray, heal yourself. Okay, Shadow's down. I'm going to see if I can get Gray to revive him. Okay. Matthew, attack. Yeah, I need to start saving my medicines because I'm burning through them too quick. And I think I need to actually start. Oh! Oh no! Okay, that was very lucky. No! Okay, good thing for auto life states. And a necro badge. Okay. Oh! Oh, we got it. Oh my god. I forgot how scary that thing actually was. Mind tonic, soul tonic, awesome. Oh. Okay, that was way too close for way too many reasons. Gray, you can have the soul tonic. Mind tonic gives total MP. Gray, you can have that too. Jeepers. Oh, alright. That was terrifying. I'm sad that Shadow didn't get any XP for that, but honestly, that's fine. That's okay. The battle's over. That's what matters. We won. We're good. Okay, I think we're going to do one more. We're not going to take on the one in Mount Fulman. We'll maybe save that for its own... The thing is, after the boss fight in Mount Fulman, that boss rush, there's just the end game left. You know what? I think let's call this episode here. Let's save the last 2 super bosses for its own episode. And then we'll do endgame last. We've done quite a bit already. We got 2 ultimate weapons. We did 2 dungeons. and 3 super bosses. I think that's pretty good for one episode. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the sanctuary. Yeah, we're going to go back to the sanctuary. We're going to heal up. How much stuff do I have? I have no more ultimate medicines. But I still have... Okay, no, I think we'll be okay. The next couple super bosses are not as chaotic, let's say, as the one we just fought, but they are ridiculously strong. So we'll rest at the sanctuary, we'll heal everybody up. I think we're going to stick with this party composition for the next boss. Yeah? Yeah. Shadow and Gray need some more experience. And then I think for the last super boss, we're going to mix up our party a little bit, and then for the very, very last part of that, we're going to go probably Shadow, Gray, and Mia. Because there's a strategy you can use that involves Mia against this boss. But we do want to have a healer with us, so keeping Gray and just dedicating him to that role I think would be a good way to go. But I think for the next super boss, we will just go with the party we currently have. Oh, Gray had the elixir ring. Okay, I didn't think I had given him that. So yeah, you know what? We'll gear up. Yeah, we'll gear up. We'll get ready for that boss, and then we'll go meet him, but we won't actually interact with him, and then we'll just start the next episode right away with that boss. So Gray's got the celestial, or the elixir ring, Matthew's got the life ring, Fang and Shadow don't really need much else. I think we're in a good enough position to be able to take him on right away. So let's just go see who this boss is, and then we will end the episode there. And where could it be? Literally right here. The very first dungeon we ever went through, if you even can call it a dungeon. The Blua prison. And if we climb all the way up to the very top floor, who do we have? So next time on Bloodstained Hands, we will fight this super boss. So, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.